data infrastructure is the nucleus of an organization. What really differentiates us when relocating physical IT infrastructure is the planning phase.
Hello and welcome back to Klik TV, where we talk about everything related to IT, from your technology down to your security, sharing our best tips and tricks for a better IT experience. My name is Paulina, and today we have special guests here at Klik TV, Twigs Sevco, a business development manager, and Tucker Gladhill, the Director of Technology Services at JK Moving Services. Hello guys, how are you?
Good, thank you for having us today.
Thanks for coming today. Before anything else, please introduce yourself and tell us about your time with JK Moving Services.
Absolutely, Pauline, and thank you again for having us. My name is Tucker Gladhill, Director of Technology Services, and I work within our Technology Logistics Solutions division, which under the Technology Logistics Solutions, we have Data Center Logistics Solutions and Critical Environment Logistics.
Beautiful. And what about you, Twigs?
Thank you. Twigs Sevco, Business Development Manager for our commercial division. So what I do is I help connect JK services with clients that need them. So our commercial division, we do, of course, relocation, as well as warehousing, asset management, storage, inventory, as well as some facility management services.
Thank you very much. And tell us a little bit more about JK Moving Services. What services do you guys provide?
Yeah, and as Twigs mentioned, with JK Commercial Services, under that umbrella, we have a pretty robust offering with Technology Logistics Solutions. Okay. And we divided that into two lanes. One is for our data center logistics solutions, and the other is with our critical environment logistics. And they have similar disciplines, but they are very different as well. And so within the data center, what we are offering, which we've done for quite a long time, I mean, being in Northern Virginia, it's hard not to be involved in that arena when you've got 60% of the country's commissioned data center space out of Northern Virginia. You've got 70% of the world's internet traffic flowing through Northern Virginia, and it's right in our backyard. So how could we not get involved in that business, right? And so with our data center logistics solutions, we provide end-to-end solutions. So as Twigs mentioned, with warehousing, proximity is a benefit, it helps mitigate risk. We do inventory asset tracking, final mile. We actually can also provide critical environment techs inside the colo space or inside the data center to swap out end-of-life hardware, do new deployment. So there's a lot of services that we offer in terms of data center logistics, and it's also really appealing to a lot of the hyperscalers and users that are coming into our market, continuing to grow our data center infrastructure in Northern Virginia and really for the world that it supports. And so we are very appealing because one of the things about JK is we've been in the marketplace for a long time. I mean, it's got a very, very reputable brand. Very much an honor to work for an organization like JK who gets it, which is non-traditional to our industry, to get involved in the data center space because it can be uncomfortable. There's a lot of risk involved. There's a lot of subject matter expertise that it requires. And so, our data center logistics solutions really dives into the critical assets of what is deemed mission critical to organizations. I mean, I think Twigs mentioned as well, the data infrastructure is the nucleus of an organization. And it doesn't really matter what industry that you're in. If you don't have the proper data infrastructure and the supporting cast to be able to manage that data infrastructure, including a logistics provider like JK, you may not exist as a business. And so we really do fit into the overall equation when it comes to end-to-end logistics solutions for data centers. And then we look at critical environments, which, again, similar disciplines to the data center logistics solutions, but different from the perspective where we're actually looking through the lens of like an office move or facilities project. And so that's also something that we bring a huge value to our industry. So if you do have on-prem, a lot of organizations are finding right now the value of doing a current state assessment, which, we were so gracious enough to have Klik, one of our strategic partners. Are you cyber compliant? Do you have the scalability in your infrastructure? And I think a lot of organizations are asking themselves those questions right now. And so we can support you from the office environment and the facilities environment as well. And so a little bit of a different, approach, but very, very similar disciplines.
That must be a really interesting industry to work in.
Yes, very much so.
And why is technology so important for your business to run efficiently?
So at JK, our motto is what matters most, and that's not what we think matters most. It means for every engagement we have, every collaborative project we do, it's what matters most to our client at that time, and that's how we view the lens of any project we're doing. So the things we hear is I want to minimize risk. I need to mitigate downtime, reduce costs. I need operational continuity. And through all these what matters most, we've realized without technology, business isn't only not running efficiently, it might not be running at all.
Yeah.
So for us, it's taking these physical, tangible assets and treating them with care and respect and knowing the proper way to identify, handle, and relocate so that that really important member of the business team, which is not a human, but our technology coworker, is well taken care of.
Absolutely. Technology does make lives easier.
Absolutely, and if I could add to that too, Paulina, really, the what matters most is extremely important to us because, when Twigs mentioned the business continuity, right? I mean, a lot of times, when we talk about the critical environments, right? If you're that office manager or if you're that facilities manager that has to manage your on-prem equipment, and all of a sudden, you've got your day job to focus on as well. You're either going to be working 24 hours around the clock, or you're going to pay a lot of money to bring in organizations to really manage that for you. And so, we tend to be an appealing option because, we're traditionally a lot more cost effective to come in to really manage and mitigate the physical infrastructure, but we do really well assimilating with organizations' IT departments, where we can act as an extension of their services. And so when you talk about business continuity and you talk about, really looking at your budget and being budget conscious, especially if you're small emerging business, post 2020 that's really trying to make a go at it again in 2021. There's a lot of opportunity to do so. You really need to look at and be budget conscious. And so we provide a very good option for smaller internal IT departments, in addition to what we do on the data center and logistics and large hyperscalers and end users as well. And so it really is a good model to align with an organization like us and our technology logistics solutions to be able to act as an extension of your organization and really, allow you, if you're a CIO or an office manager, to focus on what your core job is and to really keep your business operating and functioning.
Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel to not miss anything important. Thank you for watching Klik TV. Till next time, bye!